Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you an OP Gazing Finger build in Elden Ring. So this is a DLC weapon, and it's got a very cool weapon there with Cow Tower's Resentment there that can shred enemies down really quickly. It's also a colossal weapon, so it deals a ton of damage on its own, and it's got a really cool charge attack here where you just hold it up like that and slam it down. So what's nice about this, you get a bit of power armor whenever you're, or hyper armor whenever you're doing that attack there, but even so, it has a ton of posture damage, so you can get these critical hits off very easily with this weapon. So it's a very fun one to use, and I'll be going over the full build guide at level 150, but obviously this is a weapon you can use at a higher level because you're going to be getting it in the DLC, so we'll talk about where to put your stats then. So with this, at level 150, we have 50 Vigor, 24 Mind, 34 Endurance, 60 Strength. It scales mostly off our Strength with a B scaling there, so we're going to get the most damage out of it if we go that route, because it's going to increase the physical. You can increase the magic damage by increasing Faith or Intelligence, so that would be the next area to put your stats in. I have 20 Faith, 15 Arcane, and 15 Faith, 16 Arcane, so that's with the Circle of Delight there, and I'll explain why I got those stats. You can use a different helmet, but this is going to boost those stats by 1. We want to have at least 56 poise, somewhere around there with a medium load. As for Talisman, I use the Carrion Filigree Crest because it is a bit of a higher FP cost talisman there, or higher FP cost there, as it costs 31, but if we put on the Carrion Filigree Crest, it changed from 31 to 24, so much better. Shard of Alexander boosts the damage, and then also I like the Two-Headed Turtle Talisman for a bit more endurance, as you're going to be swinging around this big heavy hammer a lot. So yeah, I'll show you basically what you want to be doing with this. So it has this interesting charge attack there, so you can go that route, but I think the best way to use this is actually to use the charge, to use the weapon art on it, as it hits in a pretty large area. So yeah, you'd want to increase your mind a lot more as you increase your levels, as that'll allow you to use it a bit more. And roughly about 43 mind would be ideal where to put it, so that you can use your cerulean flasks and get the maximum amount of FP back. So this was without any buffs. It does pretty solid damage, but I'll show you what it does with a few buffs that we can apply here. So you can also increase your faith up to 25 to allow yourself to get Golden Vow. That's a really great incantation. You can also go the route of adding in going with different spells, such as like the intelligence based ones, so you can go that road too. I also think that it's worth mentioning that you can still equip the Lord of Blood's Exaltation to get a big boost to your damage. So I put Arcane to 16 so that we can cast Swarm of Flies. Basically, one cast of this will allow you to trigger the Blood Loss build up, and then that gets a huge increase to your damage. So now we're hitting for 1900 and 1000 damage per swing there. So pretty good damage. It gets really buffed with the Lord of Blood's Exaltation there, and we're hitting for 25,000 on, or 2,500 with that. So very powerful, and then with the charge attacks again, it's around 1,700 there. But we lost the Lord of Blood's Exaltation boost. So the only downside with a weapon that's not bleed focused is you lose that buff pretty quickly, but that isn't something you need to do. You can go with the Turtle Talisman. I find that works very well as well, and we knocked him right off the cliff there. The best part about this is with 2 hits, you're basically posture breaking most trash mobs. But even beyond that, if you're going for a boss, you're going to break its posture quite frequently with this weapon. It does a good amount of posture damage, and those attacks come out fairly quick for a colossal weapon. So it has a very cool moveset that allows you to swing it very quickly, giving yourself the ability to take out enemies a lot quicker than other weapons. But that Cow Tower's Resentment is really the big focus of this build. It does have a bit of range, but you got to be mindful where you're casting it. It's more so like a horizontal range. So yeah, once you run out, you can still swing around, but I would recommend not going that route. So there it is, a Gazing Finger build guide in Elden Ring. So this is a really cool weapon. It's a big finger with fingerprints on it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you all in the next video.